Saul Schul is your host and mentor. Saul is actively scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own account. For those that are joining us, you've got the ability to join us on a monthly basis as a subscriber. Usual rate is $379 a month. Right now it's on for $100, so don't miss it. If you're coming in or connecting to us, put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. Check out the charts that are showcased here. These are Saul Schul's charts. Set your charts up the same, 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini and a 30-year bond chart. Good morning, everybody. So when Saul pops in, make sure you write down today's levels. Starts out with a pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. These are specific levels in the S&P 500 E-mini. These are specific levels in the S&P 500 E-mini. Prices, where Saul expects the market to make change. So what I'm describing to you is what Saul does in his own trading. You have yet to learn what to do based on this methodology. And again, it starts out with a roadmap for this morning's trade. It gives you the focus on making money today, or I should say a focus for making money today. In some opportunity here, these are the only levels that you should be paying attention to, and you should learn what to do with the levels based on the entries, exits, and stops in and around a particular level. I would venture to say it's very important to be able to distinguish if a level is still valid or not. Think about that for a second. The market is opening at 9:30. Saul is setting his levels right around that zone. Saul is letting the market do its thing, and he assesses how his levels are working, how the market is behaving. He does a critical risk assessment for this particular day's trade, this particular trading morning. He decides how many contracts he'd like to do. He decides how much he's going to put at risk based on the price movement of this particular morning. So this is a twofold opportunity. One is to come in as a guest. 2 is to sign up for a monthly and hopefully you get the discount. And 3 is advancing into the ability to work with Saul privately when he takes you under his wing, teaches you his methodology, and works with you over a year period of time. So I think that's important for you to know what the steps are here based on this opportunity and the opportunity to develop consistent profitability based on your trading. And that is a tall order. Trading is pretty easy. The active trading is pretty easy. Pushing yourself away from your seat and having banked money for the morning is not easy at all. So we call it like simple easy. Trading is pretty simple, but it's not easy, especially the walk away with the money part. So that's what we look to help you with here. We look to help you bridge the gap between just trading and developing consistent profitability based on your trading. So I'm sending out to everybody who is a guest the opportunity to sign up for Saul's monthly at a discount. If Mel, I'm going to have to exit you because you're non-responsive. Don't want to do that. But you're sort of leaving us no choice. non-responsive just for today, but over a period of time as a guest. Listen, we know you like Sal's levels. We know you like being here. $100 a month is like, I don't know, a few egg sandwiches. So, I want to make sure everybody's playing fair. Hey, Katie, welcome back. I sent you also a link. Mal, I'll give you a telephone number if you want to reach us, 312 685 2582. That's 312 685 2582. Hey, Dean. I should be able to hear Saul when he pops in. So if I miss him and he starts talking, just let me know. I'd appreciate it. For those that are joining us, click on the link, find Saul's link in his profile. Join us live in Zoom. Ask questions, interact. If you need trading software, let us know. Everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as trading advice or investment advice. When you're set up to trade, you're set up with a registered broker. They'll go over the risks, or she will go over the risks of trading, or they will go over the risks of trading. Just make sure you understand that. Katie, give us the high sign that you're around. Hey, Dean, good morning. Don J. Frank, HD. Hey, John. Hey, Sadar. Good morning. It's funny, sometimes I think that people don't hear when Saul or I speak. You know, in class, you also have the opportunity to use the microphone. Hey, Tom B. All right, Bamel, sorry.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? All right, fantastic. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 34.29, 34.29. Resistance above at 35, 43, 54, 65, and 74. And support below at 22, 14, 06, 33.98, 91. Pivot 29, support to 22, 14, 06, 33, 98, 91, and resistance on the upside at 35, 43, 54, 65, and 74. All right, market here continues its optimistic rally mode in hopes of the market is going to get some sort of stimulus from Washington. Yet to be seen, because there's never a plan in Washington anymore. It's let's see what we can do today to mess everybody up. So who knows? But the rally continued yesterday. It seems like it wants to continue today. So we'll see. We shall see. We'll see where it goes. We can only trade what the day brings us. If and only if we knew where the market was going, we would definitely take advantage of it. But unfortunately, we are not. We come in here and have a game plan, have our levels, know what we want to do, and then the rest of the day depends on market. If we're going to get some volatility or not, if we're going to get some activity, are they going to hit our levels? Are they going to give us a chance? Those are things that are out there, and we have to take one trade at a time and wait for the market to kind of give us those opportunities. That's what we are trying to do here. Basically, we are looking for levels where we think the market will kind of give us a little bit of a rotation and give us an opportunity to make a little bit of money off of those rotations, because we don't believe markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we are trying to scalp the market off of our inflection points that we have. And that's kind of what we do here on an everyday basis. So again, we get to the first bar in the morning where we're kind of could go either way here. So keep that in mind. All right. So it's the initial claims came out today, well over 800 again, kind of staying in that crazy high number. So that's not too good. Again, you got the airline people who are going to furlough a lot of people, so they're coming in for unemployment. They got a lot of people out there that are just not, things are not just turning around that quickly, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. All right. If anybody has any questions, morning there, Mark. How you doing? I'll give you a call later. We can talk about the question that you asked me. So the market just kind of slowly kind of doing whatever it wants to do here right off the bat. Let's see if we have any numbers coming out this morning or not. No numbers, but some more Fed speaks, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 3:30. They're busy. Those guys are busy. This is the moment that they can chit-chat away, because they do have like a time frame there where they can't talk. All right. So we're gonna just hang in here around our pivots again, trading mini S&Ps. So exciting sometimes. I just can't contain myself as to how busy we're gonna get. But you know what? This is okay because we don't know when we're going to be busy. We don't know when we're not. So we have to just take each day as it comes. And the most important thing is to exercise discipline and wait for the opportunities to present themselves. If we can teach anything here, that's one thing that we'd like to teach most. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, 2 to 3 points would seem to be a nice little objective. Let's hope that we can get some volatility in the market to give us those opportunities. You know, sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. That's all we can say. All right. So no numbers. Now we are just going to be on the um, stimulus flight here. It's the airline sector is on watch after Speaker Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Manchin met yesterday to discuss the possibility of a standalone legislation as much of the 25 billion, for as much as 25 billion for the cash-strapped carriers. Pelosi Manchin plan to talk again today amid what is considered a broad bipartisan support for standalone relief package. Underpinning the urgency of the talks, major airlines announced plans last week to begin furloughing thousands of workers without new federal aid being received. Yeah, there's a very fine line. I guess if you if you have to pay, I should say, for unemployment compensation for all those workers, probably kind of works out to be the same, right? And that way you get to keep them. You keep them in the in the industry, and because you're hoping, praying that it comes back sooner than later. So I guess there's probably a break-even point there between the money that they're giving them and how much they would actually receive if they actually got unemployment compensation, right? So I don't think it's like I don't think they're doing them a big favor. Just that I think it's kind of keeping that industry going. But they should do it for restaurants and everything else, but they don't. So just if everybody's saying, "Oh, that's a lot of money," I'm thinking probably break even between how much money they give them to survive for 6 months at a time. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I said, they probably should do it for. I mean, let's hope they get the vaccine quick sooner. It's getting to be annoying already. Sam's Club plans to add 22,000 permanent full-time workers to the fulfillment and distribution centers for the holidays and give all fulfillment center hourly workers a $2 an hour premium for the season. Wow. And despite its historical reliance on one-day discount events, it is departing from those and offering more extended events to manage crowd control amid the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as marking its first holiday season, filling online orders from warehouse via curbside pickup. An internal survey reveals 61% of members say that they will shop online more this year for the holidays. All right, that's nice of them. Sam's Club, as we are hanging around our pivot here. Samsung Electronics announced preliminary third quarter results with 66 trillion won, not dollars, in consolidated sales and operating income of $12.3 trillion won. It's a lot of wons, topping the $10 trillion number estimated. Samsung, that's good. As we're hanging around our pivot, going nowhere fast. Patience is important. Might sound boring. I am. It's okay. Chevron closed yesterday with a higher market value than ExxonMobil, marking the first time Exxon has dethroned as America's largest oil company since it began as Standard Oil more than a century ago. Chevron has a market cap of 142 billion compared to 141.6 for ExxonMobil. Next Era Energy, the world's biggest provider of wind and solar, beats both companies by closing at 145.5 billion market value. All right, so we have the wind and solar exceeding the oil. What does that tell you? I don't know. Just putting it out there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we're going someplace with that. Okay, there's not even much to talk about. Alrighty. Well, if anybody has any questions, good time to ask. We like to trade when given the opportunity. So we have to wait for that opportunity to be given. And keep your stop, and you never know when these people are going to say something, do something, create something, make something happen, or put something out on Twitter that'll make nothing happen. So who knows? You just don't know. So we just have to be patient. And again, like I said, make sure you keep your stop on these days because we are so news driven. Or maybe I should say tweet driven. You know what I mean? Something like that driven. So we never know when something's going to happen that's going to create some volatility as we are All right. Good job. You guys are scalping this little range of here. Some of you, not all of you. I know you get bored. You got to feel like you have to do something, right? I get you. I understand. I get you. All right, back here at our pivot. Just in case you didn't know. Well, um, let's see. That would be correct there, Dave. Sorry that we can't give you some more exciting news here, more exciting action, but that's correct. You have the support resistance levels that are supposed to be there, there for a reason. Consequently, we like to trade around those levels accordingly. We also have price action opportunities that occur, and that occurs once the market paints some bars. So consequently, we wait for those opportunities as well. And so together, between the levels of price action opportunities, we put together a trading methodology that allows us to take advantage of those opportunities. Those give us some trading setups, I should say. That's what we're trying to do here every day. And obviously, we need some volatility in the market for us to give us those opportunities to trade. And sometimes it's there, and sometimes it's not. So, but yeah, but it's kind of the objective. Uh, the thing that we talk about the most is making sure that we have reasons to trade. So what we do in our education courses, we give you multiple reasons to trade. So recognition of the trades are important, and then you have to find those trades that you can visualize, recognize, and then show you how to execute them, and whether you are straight up or scaling in or whatever is whatever is appropriate for each individual because of their risk tolerance. All right, we're trying to inch down a little bit, a little support down here at the 22 area. Again, whatever you do, keep your stop in. All right. Like I said, this market just lulls you to sleep, and then all of a sudden gets crazy, and we just don't know if it's going to happen or not. So it's down to 23. Did somebody tell we have 22, not 23? Because they forgot to tell the market that we have 22, not 23. Yeah, I mean, I can understand if you want to start with the micros and see what happens, and if you want to use real money. You can also, go simulation for a bit until you get used to what's going on. Um, but like I said, the risk reward of using the micros and the real stuff is there. I know sometimes just feel that they just charged a little bit too much, even though there's a discount on it, it's still a little bit too much. It's a good way for the exchange to make money. And I understand if your your account is maybe not big enough, but still, I would tell you to build your account up and then trade the real stuff because it's just. But again, like I said, if you want to get in there and trade to learn, it's probably a good place to do that. Well, we got down to 23. Somebody forgot to tell the market that we had 22. Hmm, kind of annoying. Um, yeah, it is a possibility there. I just took a little safer route. I think because of that double top up there. So I was thinking maybe they would pop it through. Now, I mean, look, I got 35, so you asking me, it's there. All those are correct, but I took a little safer route. There's a double top there, a couple. So I'm thinking if it does pop through, it'll pop through a little bit. Yes, you can take those double tops and use those if you're so inclined. Then I'm just giving you my reasoning. Why I took 35 instead. All right, again, so there's this level up here. There's a little bit of resistance. Again, I think that if it pops, though, it's going to go a little bit higher. So I took the safer route. That's my logic there. In case you're all asking me about this upper level here, that seems so just looks a little bit too easy for me. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that the market might have some resistance up here and at least pull back. I don't know if it'll reverse. So there's a difference. Pulling back, giving us an opportunity to scalp, doesn't mean that we're expecting the market to stop and go back exactly the other way. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to scalp the market, so we're trying to take advantage of ebbs and flows because we don't believe the markets go straight up or straight down. So when you're sometimes though you get into a good level that is high or low today, and then you can consequently run or try to carry that on as long as possible. But doesn't mean that it's going to be a higher or lower the day. It means that we're scalping the opportunity because we believe that there's some play in that level. Okay, that's all that means. As we're getting this little push up here above all those little levels that we talked about. All right, coming up here to the 35 area. All right, so nice little trade there. If you got in against the 35 area. All right, so there you go. Now you know why I said what I said. Gonna have to explain it all to everybody. That's exactly why. It only took a half an hour to get there. It's a nice little trade there against, yeah, well, the lower end of the range got filled for you, and that's why we scale in, right? All right, nice little break there. Again, if you were this is where if you're trying to, unfortunately we didn't get filled on both ends, but if you kept one, you're carrying this one through and getting a little bit more of a big bang for your money. Congratulations there, Sam. All right, they did quickly drift down there again to the 23 again today. Of course, go down to 22.75. How do you like those bananas? How do you like those bananas? I don't like those bananas. 22.75. That's annoying. Uh, I don't know what. No, the support is still down at the 22. That hasn't changed, Robert. And um, did you sell the 35 up there, 34 area? That's what we were looking for. All right, good. Yeah, right now, again, the 22 area now, because we went down to 22.75, is a little bit more tenuous. That means a little bit more risky. Probably just a little bit down to 20 to 21. The green band comes in there 19. So the 22 area, just because we just missed it again. I don't know why it did that twice for us. But yeah, so now it's a little bit more. Um, the risk reward has gone up a little bit, so maybe a little bit of a different entry point down at the 22 would be better for you. Coming back up here to our pivot, really both sides of our blue band, so really very, very quiet, but at least we got a nice rotation there off the top entry point. Reasons for the 22 long? Because there's support there. So that's called support resistance. Yeah, most of it is technical. Again, we have to make an adjustment. The 22 is a little bit more risky because obviously it probably would have worked if we went down an extra tick or two, but unfortunately we didn't go down an extra tick or two with all that flying momentum from the high. So it's a little bit more tenuous right now. If you're going to take it, it's a lot more risky than it was 10 minutes ago. I watched the debate yesterday. Um, yeah, I did. It was on, it was on in the background. I wasn't really focused too much on it. I mean, as much as uh, these two are going to be there, they're not going to be doing much, you know. But I will say that Pence did a good job of getting his point across um, in the debate. I mean, he did made his boss happy, you know, and talked over people there. So, you know, he did what he was supposed to do. She did what she was supposed to do, and she, you know, she just couldn't. She didn't want to. She didn't want to mess up, so she was being polite. You know, she has to get a little bit more aggressive, I think, with, and I think she can be. I think she's got a fiery side to her, and I'm surprised that she didn't bring it out. So, but again, they're not going to. They're not going to do much. Both of them. I mean, Pence is just there to be there, and she's also going to, just vice presidents just don't do much. It's just that simple. But she did not look, she was not as aggressive as he was, and it kind of came through in the process. I think, I don't know, just my take on it. Yeah, she didn't do too, she wasn't too hot on it. Hey, it happens, I mean, again, she was there not to mess up, so again, she didn't show. I think she's shown better side to her. I think they told her to just throttle down. I've seen the different side of her, but again, I'm not. I don't know if she's going to be running for president anytime soon, but we'll see. Who knows? All right, there you go. There's always something, right? There's always something. Well, then you got to like Melania, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hell yeah, yeah. The morning price action is like last night's debate. That's funny. Well, we got more action than they did we got more action than they did last night. I'll tell you that much. and it's and it's terrible. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it is very quiet today. We're back here at our pivot again. At least we had an opportunity, so we cannot complain too much. I mean, we can't complain. We can always complain, right? The key though is to be patient and wait, and not you know jump. Try to find trades that are not there. Usually get yourself in trouble. So keep that in mind. All right, John, you have a good day also. All right, 33.95. Uh, No, your questions are not too out there. Question: do I pay attention to 60-minute opening? No, I don't. Uh, the only opening that really we have to concern ourselves with, as far as trading S&Ps, is when the big S&P opens up, which is at 8:30. Obviously, the big S&P was trading in the pit, and probably that's not happening right now. But still, I think most of the action is reserved for that moment in time. And as far as the work that we do, I think it's more valid and important to focus in on the 8:30 opening time. I think you get the volatility is injected into the market. I kind of think people get used to that point in time where that happens, and traders are one of those people who like traders are habit seekers, and that's what to get to that point, and that's what happens. You get all of a sudden they're waiting for at 8:30, and you get some the wild little moves here at that first bar. So, 60-minute opening again, not something that I focus in on. You can't focus in on too many things. So, and what I think most of the traders do, and the thing that works for us, is to focus in on the um, 8:30 opening. Our pivot this morning is 34.29, 34.29, resistance above at 35, 43, 54, 65, and 75, 74, sorry. Support below 22, 14, 06, 33.98, and 91. All right. Again, keep in mind that the 22 level here, because we went down to close before a couple times, is a little bit more tenuous now. So I would not look at that as some solid support. All right. Kind of a very quiet day. I mean, I wanted to talk about stuff. Even my news bulletin stuff was, I had not much to talk about today. Very, very light. On the news front, just waiting kind of for, I don't know, something to happen. Some of you guys scalping the pivot. You guys are bored. It's cool. I get it. I understand. Happens. You're looking for some trades again, as long as there's some logical reasons to trade and they fit into your risk tolerance, then you should go ahead and do it. So bonds are really not giving us any direction there. It is dead in the water flat. All right, big order up here again. The 35 got triggered already, so we don't have to worry about that so much. Or there's a big order at 40, in case you want to know. There's like a 2,000 lot up there, somebody's telling me. So in case you are wondering, well, somebody's got a target, right? That's what the target is. These guys can sit there and wait with it and wait with it and wait with it. Yeah, you finally figured it out. It's $100,000 a point on a 2,000 lot. Oh, I'm sure they're long from probably God knows somewhere, right? They're not looking to scalp it for 10 points. They're looking maybe, 50, 60, 70, 80 points, somewhere in that range. They're already either long or not. I mean, they're not scalping this stuff for 2,000 lot. I hear you there, Dave. It's a good, yeah, it's good if you like the spread. I have no problem with that. I understand what you're doing. More focused in on keeping it very simple here. And yeah, I do know people who spread. As a matter of fact, most of the bond trade these days is spread between the tens and the 30s or tens and the fives. Uh, most, I think a lot of the bigger stuff is spread off against the another month. So, um, or another contract, I should say. So yeah. And look, if it works for you and you've got some kind of system that you are comfortable with, I'm all for it. You know, if you can use some of our stuff to add into your work, that's great too. You know, if that's what makes you comfortable in trading, I think that's fantastic. You know, but yeah, I mean, if that's what you like to do, and you have the your charts up there and all the extra help you need to be able to do all that stuff, go for it. Okay, so well, acting as a little bit of resistance there. So makes sense there, Robert. That's why we're kind of just hanging here. Do I look at fibs? Yeah, I do. I look at fibs more on a long-term basis than a short-term stuff. So if they kind of correlate and kind of fit into our levels as well, then that's even better. Gives you another reason or another layer to trade and have more confidence in your trade. Anything that gives you confidence in your trade, that's what you like to. That's what we like to show and give to individual traders, especially some of the work that we do. So if you throw the fibs in there to help you, totally get it. And if it matches up with the level, it's even better. All right, gives you two reasons to trade. The more layers, the more layers of reasons that you have to trade, the better it is. The more confidence you will have in putting on a trade. But then again, you have to know when not to do it, right? Like if let's say we missed it to 22 right now, so you wouldn't want to, you know, up and go in there and trade at 22 at this point. So the level worked like twice now, so I would be a little bit more careful now if it goes back up there for the third time. All right, we are definitely range bound here a little bit, definitely. So I guess we got to get above 36 for us to continue upwards. On downside, 22 there. Maybe it'll take us down to our green band there, or somewhere in that little range there, bottom of that value. 18, 19 area. Yeah, it is a very tight little range this morning. Stuff happens. Can't, it is what it is. You too there, David. Not a bad idea there, Serdar. I might join you until we get out of this range. Look, again, I think they're waiting for some news, and as far as if they're going to continue, if you're going to continue, if they're going to continue the stimulus talks or not, and then obviously that's something that has to be considered. So, if they come out of it and say they're not going to do it, but again, there's more optimism that they will. Even the Democrats are willing to do the piecemeal thing like the president suggested. So, yeah, I mean, there's no reason to fight this job. I mean, it's just, you're not going anywhere fast with it. So, we're still range bound. And look, it's going to happen. We don't know day to day. At least we got one trade in this morning. We don't know day to day what's going to happen. We can only take what the market gives us. Take care there, Steve.
Here in Nature's Bakery, found the perfect place for
What the hell?
a brand new way of baking up ingredients it takes to make you ready.
What the hell is happening here?
Grain, soft baked, double tank. When you
Wow.
bakery, then naturally you bake it with a
What is going on? Brad, what are you doing? Brad? No, we're on the bad guys, bro. Wow. All right. Wow, that was impressive. Okay. Okay. That's the end of that. Wow, that was funny. No, as Don said, it's Brad working on his new Trump song. Yeah, Dan, it's not running anywhere. I wish we could say it's going to run someplace, but it seems range bound and just happens to stay that way. Coming all the way back down here to our pivot. Again, very, very choppy, not too much to get too excited about. I mean, I wish I could tell you to do something. It's just when it's range bound like this, nothing much is there. Just use the levels and wait for them to get triggered. I think that'll be the best opportunity for you. Again, you'd be guessing here, but if you did buy the pivot here, maybe take a little bit out of it. Pivot, blue band, a little bit of a scalp. And that's all you're looking for, especially when it's so quiet. Again, we did get a nice little push here off the if you were trading. Looking for a little bit of trade, blue band, pivot. Couple of reasons maybe. If you were so inclined, just in case, maybe you got bored. At least you had a reason. Yeah, the 35 level work that we gave out earlier this morning. The 22 level worked. If we just went down that extra tick, it would have went perfect. So unfortunately, if you did scale in a point above and below, then you did okay because it did go down to 23. Again, depending on how you scaled. If you bought our pivot right here against our blue band as well, you did okay. So again, a couple of trades. A couple of our traders took some pivot trades as well. It's just a quiet little day. But the levels, the one level that got triggered worked. The other one we just missed by a little bit. So I'll get back here in a little bit. Again, just be a little bit careful. We're very tight little range here. The market is waiting on any talk from Washington in regards to the stimulus. So that's going to affect the market. I think it's baked in. So if they do agree, it might be a little bit of a rally, and then coming off, I can't imagine. I mean, I think that the market's already baked in that there is going to be some sort of stimulus. So I would be surprised if it keeps going up to another level, and maybe, but who knows? But that's just me talking. That's an opinion, and I don't like opinions even with myself. So I hedge on them all the time. But I'm just saying it's one of those things where you buy the rumor and sell the fact type of situation. If that ever happens. I'll get back here in a bit.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. Say Alex C. Hey, Alex, welcome. I sent you out a little note in chat. Just let me know back in chat that you got it. Eric P, welcome. Hey, Katie, I sent you out an opportunity to sign up for Sol's Monthly. Sam P, thank you. Tom B, the same. Oh, that's great. We start here at 9 a.m. Eastern, a little after 9 a.m. Right now it is 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. We've got guests coming in. We have current monthlies, those that are subscribed on a monthly basis to this opportunity, this service. Everything we do here is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. If you have trading software, make sure you put up an S&P 500 E-mini chart. Check out the 2 time frames for Sol's charts and a 30-year bond chart. If you're coming in and you missed today's levels, ask Sol for a repeat in chat. Our trading concentration is the morning session. Get pretty quiet in the afternoon. Sol has a 3-tiered opportunity. He allows guests to come in. He asks those guests to transfer to a monthly subscription. It's usually $379 a month. Right now it's on for $100 a month. So if you haven't received the link, let us know. Join us on a day in and day out basis, Monday through Friday. The first opportunity is to receive Sol's levels. These are his proprietary scalping levels in the S&P 500 E-mini. Then you have the opportunity to stay as a monthly or move on into Sol's mentoring and his coursework. And we look to talk to individuals privately about that on the telephone or through Skype. So Katie, let me know if you're back. Eric, I think that you got our information. Just let us know back in chat. Eric P. and Alex, thank you. For those that are joining us from the outside, click on the link. Join us live in Zoom. If you're interested in developing a skill set, learning how to trade the market as a living or a serious hobby, join us, ask questions, interact. If you need a trading platform, let us know. We can set you up with somebody to help you with that, as we are not brokers. You should practice trade until your fingers hurt, get it right, and then move on from there.